What is good, YouTube? Wish you here with a video on Godzilla X Kong 3, aka Godzilla Supernova. Yes, another plot leak in the same week, which is insane, as I love covering the MonsterVerse on this channel. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Wish you here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, MonsterVerse, pop culture-based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. You could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below, how freaking excited are you for the Kaiju MonsterVerse? Although technically it's not Kaiju. So, check us out on Instagram at WishG. Check us out on Twitter, WishGG. Right, let's get into today's controversial alleged rumor stroke leak. So, this is actually coming courtesy of Twitter, aka X. So, good friend of the channel, Chad, the Geeky Cast, at the Geeky Cast, posted something from someone else. So the source of this is someone called Cristo Ray Takabo, if I've said this right. So, huge rumor for Godzilla X Kong Supernova. Official. Godzilla X Kong Supernova will have Space Godzilla coming to Earth to face Kong and Godzilla, as well as we get a first look at Gigan. Okay, let's come back to that part. Apparently, the movie will be the greatest compared to its predecessor and would have several characters from the Godzilla universe appearing. History would be centered on Monarch warning that a new Titan would be coming from space. This to reunite Godzilla and Kong to stop it. This movie would be coming in March 2027 and would be the start of something much bigger. Now I get it, we'll build into an Avengers Endgame level kind of movie within the Kaiju MonsterVerse when everything reboots. Destroy all monsters when we get Destroyer. So I know exactly what people are going to say. It can't be Gigan, because Gigan's origin is essentially he's a cybernetic space monster and was controlled by a hostile alien race. I get that. I get that. But just like in Marvel and in DC, they could change said origin. And I get it. There's not really been any hint to Gigan, but Mass Awakening, what's not saying that Gigan and a bunch of other alien races are not already here when in King of the Monsters, where we got King Ghidorah, there could be alien titans already here. But if you are to go over the origins, and sure, there's a few different origins when it comes to Gigan, let's be honest. So essentially, the aliens brought Gigan to Earth alongside King Ghidorah to assist in their invasion, the construction of the world's child land, which was actually a base of operations. There's so many, I mean, this is from the Showa era, then there's like the Millennium era, and then there's other continuities. There's so many different versions. Sure, in every version, he's essentially a cybernetic space monster. I mean, I don't discredit anything. We could get Space Godzilla. We could also get Gigan. And Gigan's an absolute savage. But you got to remember, all the cast and crew have been hinting towards something. And Matthew McConaughey did put a post up about him being Gigan or Gigan being involved. I mean, some people think Dan Stevens is going to be a version of Gigan. I don't really know how we get to that. So I don't like to discredit any kind of information, any leak, any scoop, because, you know, we cover a bunch of stuff to do with the Kaiju MonsterVerse stuff on this channel, alongside Marvel, DC, and other stuff. So does this sound reliable? I don't know, because yet again, just like with Space Godzilla, to get this Kaiju, they would have to pay Toho more money again, realistically. So Gigan makes more sense to come down with King Ghidorah or any other Kaiju. Now, would Warner... I mean, it wouldn't be Warner Bros., would it? It'd be Legendary Pictures. But saying that, there's something else we need to go over, lads and ladettes. So, Warner Bros. Discovery is being bought. Yes, they're being bought. So, Netflix is the front runner at the moment. Also, NBC Universal. Also, Paramount Skydance. So, the MonsterVerse will never be the same because they're about to get new owners. So, are they going to pay to use Space Godzilla and to use Gigan? and also apparently the likes of Rodan, Behemoth, Warstew. There's going to be a lot of different Titans in this, but what I think is interesting is one single part here. This movie would be coming March 2027 and would be the start of something much bigger. So is this the end of everything? Because we know predominantly how this movie is going to end. Kong and Godzilla with Mothra potentially save the day again, and then whatever this space creature is either retreats or gets destroyed. But how will Godzilla and Kong and potentially Shimo take out Space Godzilla? I don't think it's possible. But then there's lights of Jet Jaguar could appear, but then Mecha King Ghidorah could also appear. And I mean, realistically, it's a fictional plot. Loosely follows some kind of canon. They can rechange stuff. They don't necessarily have to do things how they were. So do I believe this information? No, but I do. I think we're going to get one space threat, like the big threat, which could be a Space Godzilla like, or as we went over in the last video, where there is some space cosmic energy that Godzilla absorbs. Something insane is going to happen. We know the threat is coming from space, but it's Gigan, or Gigant. I love pronouncing things wrong, so you lads tell me. But technically, if it's the English way, because the American language comes from England, because it's called the English language, it's not called the American language. The English way, but you lads always seem to think I say things wrong. Either way, this is interesting. It's the start of something much bigger. So we know, we've seen in the first tease trailer that we are going to get some mass awakening. There's something coming from out of space. I hope this isn't a rerun of Godzilla versus Kong when they had to take out Mechagodzilla and Godzilla X Kong when Kong and Godzilla need to stop teaming up, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because it's too generic. Either they need to kill one of them off, which technically they can kill Godzilla off, but only if they have a new Godzilla. I mean, technically, baby Godzilla is supposed to be in this movie. But do I believe that we're getting Space Godzilla and Gigan? Maybe. We could be getting a lot of other Titans. So, like always, I will keep you up to date with all the latest and greatest Godzilla, X Kong, Supernova, X Kong stuff that comes on the internet. There is some chatter that, but we've already covered that, so we won't put it in the title. It is, you know, we've spoken about the release date, how someone that's working for a film company essentially said this movie could be coming late next year. But that would make no sense because we've got like Avengers Doomsday coming next year. But realistically, either way, there's that many big movies coming out in 2026 and 2027 that it doesn't matter where Supernova lands, it's going to get destroyed potentially by other movies. But I've not seen anyone talk about the impact that Netflix buying Warner Bros. Discovery would have on the MonsterVerse. I mean, it will mean that Netflix could have the whole library of the MonsterVerse movies in their library for Netflix, which would be cool. But there's nothing better than watching some monsters absolutely go at each other on the big screen. That's my only worry about if a company like Netflix buys Warner Bros. Discovery is movies like Godzilla X Kong Supernova maybe wouldn't make the theatrical run. But I guess either way, it's going to take a long time for that to go through, and whatever contracts are in play already for this to be a theatrical release would already have to happen. But it's what comes next. I'm worried about what is going to happen with the MonsterVerse if the likes of Paramount Skydance, NBC Universal, Netflix, Apple, Amazon TV. I mean, Apple are doing their Monarch Legacy Monsters, which seems to be pretty cool, but I don't know. I just want Warner Bros. To be in control of Warner Bros. So like always, guys, let us know, what do you think about this potential plot link? Are we really going to get Gigan? Or, I mean, technically it didn't say that. It said the introduction. Didn't actually say Gigan's going to be fighting. It said there would be an introduction to Gigan. We also get our first look at Gigan. Didn't actually say anything like that. Apparently this movie will be the greatest compared to its predecessor. So it sounds like a pretty cool movie. I'm going to keep trying to do MonsterVerse movies, as I like talking about the MonsterVerse, but it's hard. But recently, lots of stuff has crept up online, so I thought I'd jump on it when I can. So, like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Wooshstew. Check us out on Twitter, WooshstewG. And I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.